This video has two parts. Part 1, based on ghosts caught on camera, and second part, a story based on a legend. What you're about to see are real events caught on camera. Moments that will make you question what's real and what's beyond our understanding. Watch carefully and let us know in the comments if you think that these are genuine encounters or clever tricks. In a quiet parking lot late one night, security guard Leo Martinez was on his usual shift, watching the surveillance cameras. Everything was calm until he noticed something strange on one of the screens. A faint, ghostly shape was moving along the empty row of cars. At first, Leo thought it was just a shadow or maybe a trick of the light, but the figure looked like a person, barely there but definitely real. It glided between the cars, not making any sound. There was no shadow, and it seemed to disappear and reappear, almost like it was floating. Leo felt a chill as he watched. The figure moved with a strange purpose, like it was looking for something or someone it couldn't find. Was it a ghost, a spirit lost in the lot, or just his eyes playing tricks on him? Leo didn't know, but he knew he would never forget what he saw that night. If you were alone in that dark, empty parking lot and saw this ghostly figure drifting between the cars, how would you feel? Would you be frozen in fear, or would you run? In a small store late one night, cleaner Sarah Johnson was watching the security cameras as a part of her closing routine. Suddenly, she noticed something strange on the monitor. A chair across the room began to move. Just a small shift at first, then a little more, as if an invisible hand was pushing it. Sarah stared, confused and a bit unnerved. There was no one else in the store, no strings, no tricks, just the empty room and the slowly moving chair. She couldn't help but wonder if there was something ghostly in the store with her, watching from the shadows. Would you be brave enough to sit in that chair after seeing it move on its own? The thought of that mysterious force gives you chills, and you can't help but wonder what might happen next. Would you risk it, or would fear hold you back? This clip starts as a normal scene, but quickly turns eerie. Security worker Tom Miller was casually watching footage from the break room when he noticed something strange. Drawers began to fly open by themselves, one after the other, as if invisible hands were at work. Suddenly, objects started to be tossed around the room, careening off surfaces and crashing into the floor, all with nobody there to cause the chaos. The calm atmosphere shifted to complete disorder in mere seconds. Tom's heart raced as he wondered what kind of force could be moving things like that. Was it just random movements caused by settling furniture, or was it something much darker, something lurking in the shadows? Do you believe it's possible for objects to move on their own? Or could this be a sign of something supernatural? Perhaps it's merely a trick of the mind, or maybe there's a hidden force at play beyond our understanding. In Mexico, there's a story that has been passed down for generations. It's the story of La Llorona, the weeping woman, a spirit who cries for her lost children by rivers and lakes. But what if La Llorona isn't just a legend? What if she's still with us today, in cities and towns, wandering in grief? In Mexico City, a young mother named Isabel lived a quiet life filled with love and joy alongside her son, Diego. They were inseparable, spending their days exploring parks, playing games, and sharing laughter. Isabel cherished every moment with him, finding joy in the simplest activities, like picking flowers or enjoying ice cream on sunny afternoons. But one terrible day, everything changed. As they were crossing a busy street, a car came speeding by out of nowhere, taking Diego's life in an instant. The world around Isabel shattered in that moment. Heartbroken and lost in her sorrow, she felt an overwhelming weight of guilt, believing she should have protected her son from harm. After Diego's tragic death, the atmosphere in the city shifted. It wasn't long before people began to see Isabel wandering along the riverside near the spot where the accident happened. Night after night, her cries echoed through the darkness, a mournful sound that pierced the stillness of the evening. Locals spoke of her ghostly figure, dressed in white, her face marked by an empty, lost expression that told a story of profound grief. Some claimed they saw her sitting by the water, staring into the depths as if hoping to catch a glimpse of her beloved child. Others reported feeling an unshakable sadness in the air whenever she was near, as if her pain was palpable, lingering in the shadows of the night. Over time, security cameras began capturing strange footage of her near the river, showing a ghostly figure crying and looking around, as if searching for something she'd lost. Local people began calling her La Llorona, saying her spirit was stuck in the world, looking for her son. But things got scarier. A few children in the area went missing, and rumors spread that La Llorona was somehow connected, as if her grief had driven her to seek other children. In one final chilling recording, Isabel, or La Llorona, was last seen standing by the river at dawn, her figure fading into the mist as her haunting cry echoed through the early morning air. La Llorona's story has been part of the Mexican culture for centuries, warning people to stay away from rivers at night. Her tale is one of loss and endless sorrow. But with these sightings and the stories from people who claim to have seen her, maybe La Llorona's spirit is still out there, walking through our world, lost and looking for peace. Whether you believe in the supernatural or prefer logical explanations, stories like these remind us of the mysteries around us. La Llorona's legend continues to haunt us, and these ghostly encounters caught on camera make us question, are we really alone? Or is there more to this world than we can see? If these stories gave you chills, share your thoughts with us in the comments below. You think that these ghostly sightings are real? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next exploration of the unknown. Until next time, stay curious and keep an eye on the shadows.